Morning everyone, and as we're looking on screen, we're just running through the course plan at the moment and the course walk. So we will be starting number 1, which is the purple fence, kind of at the top end of the arena, and from there moving over to fence number 2 and taking a left turn onto the straight in front of the judges box, fence 33 and 4.
Very warm welcome to all the viewers across the world watching us live on clipmyhorse.tv. Our two-phase event today, Diane, for this novice tour where 18 participate. And I believe the second phase starts after jump 9B.
Yes, it's going to be an interesting morning this morning. So we had some great rides yesterday, but up 5 centimeters today in this GP class. So let's see how the competitors get on. So yeah, after jump number 5, we turned into 6, following the course through to jump 7, and our related distance then onto our orange fence at 8.
Now, even though this is a two-phase, we are allowing the riders, in case they have any penalties or faults in the first phase, to complete the course, but of course they will not be judged.
Yes, and as we took our left turn there after fence 8, we are doing a combination in front of the grandstand 9AB, and again turning around to our left to tackle our first jump in the second phase, fence number 10. We'll then move through to fence number 11, which is the blue fence, almost in the middle of the arena. Following that through to the right turn over the second to number 12, which is the red at the downside of the arena next to the coffee shop. And that will bring you to the end of that will bring you through to fence number 13, which is actually fence number 3 jumped backwards.
Well, I think this is going to be a very close and very fiercely contested course, simply because in the second phase between 10 and 14, we'd expect quite a few riders to be very, very close on time.
We do, and yesterday definitely turned out a couple of very fast starts. Let's see what these boys are going to get, riders, are going to get up to today. We had some very tight turns yesterday, which surprised not just us, but the course designer as well. So let's see what these guys thought of last night to come up with. We do have one cancellation actually this morning. So our rider number 4, Siddharth, riding Cadillac, unfortunately has withdrawn from this morning's competition, and he was riding in horse number 58.
So that reduces our number of participants to 17 for this novice tour, our first class this morning, and we expect our first rider to be in the arena at 7 a.m. sharp. They're walking the course right now, and I'm actually very, very pleased with the way these young riders in the novice tour have handled themselves yesterday, and I expect nothing less today. I expect them to get better and better and put on a great show for us.
Absolutely. We even saw some very mature riding as well from these young riders. A lot of horses came out yesterday, some of our young horses as well, and just sat back and just took them for training rides when they made some mistakes. And it was really good to see the encouragement, not just from the crowd, but the riders to the horses as well. Our course designer of this whole weekend has been Jody Fourneau, and he has built some really interesting courses, lots of challenging questions out there, but the riders have really taken it in their stride. He is supported in the warm-up by Anne Danier from France, and of course our judges this morning sitting up in the judges box, Colonel Rahul Daga and Colonel Yavir Singh representing India. So just moments away now from our first rider.
Just looking at the way the sun is positioned on this lovely morning here in Bengaluru, I wonder if the first few riders are going to have a bit of a challenge with the sun in their eyes, because every time they look towards the east, it's going to be almost direct sunlight. So yeah, a bit of a challenge for the riders coming in early. Once the sun gets higher, I'm sure that the conditions will change. So that's just something for the young riders to note as they prepare to come in. Our first rider in will be Dhruva Potineni, He will be riding Raja and representing Rancho de Capalos. And they should be in just a couple of minutes, 7 a.m. start. That's what is scheduled.
And there we have our first rider now entering into the arena. Dhruva Potineni riding Raja, head number 13 representing Rancho de Capallo. Our rider just showing the horse's first one of the fences in the competition, and he'll be waiting for the judge to ring the bell.
He's a confident young man, is Dhruva. He's made it to a couple of podiums yesterday, so I expect that he'll be high on confidence. And he certainly does have a good partnership going with Raja, there's no doubt about that. It was quite evident yesterday. Fairly certain he must have watched his rounds back on clipmyhorse.tv and done a bit of analysis and fine-tuning. So you'd expect his rounds today to be even better. We wish him the very best. Just waiting on the judges to give the bell. There we go. Dhruva Potineni kicks off Super Sunday right here at Surge.
Just having to get his stride together there. A little bit slow off the mark, but looks like he's managed to get it moving forward now and coming now in his approach into fence number 1.
Well, the time allowed for the first phase is 69 seconds, so you don't have to go helter-skelter, but you certainly can't dawdle either.
Well, with the 2 phase, we do want to keep it clear in the first phase so that the judges have been very lenient in the first phase timing to allow these riders the opportunity to move forward and be judged for the second phase.
As mentioned previously, we'd like to remind our viewers that the second phase starts after jump 9B. Oh dear.
And unfortunately, that's our first drop hole for this morning on 6, which will mean, unfortunately for Dhruva, he will not be judged for the rest of his round, but he can continue, of course, until jump 14.
He has a refusal there, unfortunately. I think he just missed his stride a bit coming into it. He turns around and on the second attempt, Raja says, all right, I'll jump this one. Moves towards the combination in front of the grandstand.
Big takeoff there for fence B, but nicely cleared. Clear on 11. Moving around now to our right. Red jump number 12. Clear on 13, approaching our final fence in this round, number 14. There we go, our first round of the morning. Well done there for Dhruva Potineni and Raja. Next in the arena we have Dhanvi Cheruvu. He's riding Bhima in head collar number 46, representing FSS. Now Dhanvi came in second place in this class yesterday, so he has already done very well. And let's see how much they can be tested this morning. So obviously we are looking for the clear round in our first phase. So that is up until 9B, and then it's all the way dash line to the end, jump 14.
This is a lovely sort of addition to the Surge Equestrian League that has been made, this novice tour, because it's encouraged a lot of young riders to come and ply their trade here. And I've been pleasantly surprised with the with the talent that has shown up.
Yes, and that was a very quick start off there on fence number 1, but cleared nicely into fence 2 and taking on his left turn now to approach fence 3. And being in our position over here, you can see the concentration on the riders as they come down this long line to fence number 4. And he certainly has his mojo on today. Clear on 5. And very quick over fence number 6. A very good approach there into 7, but yes, number 8 seems to be a challenge this morning, and I wonder if it's a bit of the water reflection coming off the arena.
That's a really good observation, and that's probably exactly what's happening, because the sun right now is at an angle where the horse coming to that jump is just going to be looking at it and thinking there's a big ball of fire on the ground.
Absolutely. So unfortunate 4 faults there on fence 8 and a drop pole there on 10 as well.
Bhima doesn't waste any time. Bhima says, if you put me into the class and put me onto the course, I'm going to get around it as fast as I can.
He is certainly making a move, as we say. He must. Ooh, very big takeoff there, but did clear the final fence. And I would say he had his wheat fix this morning.
Well, so 2 riders that were on the podium yesterday don't qualify for phase 2.
Yes, it's a bit unfortunate, but let's see what our next rider can do. This is Aayan riding Klaver from Kovai stable, head number 34, and a firm favourite here. Where's Neille?
She is a superstar. Absolute superstar.
She's just one of these really amazing horses that just takes her rider confidently over the jumps, really doesn't blink an eye at anything that comes her way, and really, really steadfast in her belief that she can carry these riders forward.
It's really point and shoot with her. You point her at a jump and she just always takes you over. Lovely, gentle temperament, perfect sort of horse for a young rider to improve their own confidence, their own abilities.
Yes, and she just has a really consistent stride as she goes around the course. She doesn't accelerate, she doesn't decelerate. She really just goes into each one in a nice, steady tempo. It's going to be interesting for us to see how she deals with jump number 8 and see if she's the first one that's going to not have an issue.
Well, as you can tell, she always takes a good look at the jump. And yeah, she's not going to stop there. Sun, reflection? No, this is Klaver. Klaver's never been fazed by the sun before.
Bit deeper there into fence A, but good recovery and still clear.
Here we go.
The second phase.
Our first rider that is actually competitive in phase 2. Setting a very nice time, ever so slightly picked up the pace. One final jump for us to have our first clear round and our new leader. 29.18. That's the time set by Klaver in phase 2, and that is the time that everyone's gonna have to aim to topple if they want to win the Novice Tour today.
Amazing job there. And yeah, well done to this combination who has continued to ride incredibly well all weekend. Now, as he mentioned, our next rider, number 4, has withdrawn. So the next rider in our arena right now, we have Chris Jonathan riding Rope Dancer, head number 42, representing Prime Stables.
Rope Dancer quite clearly is a thoroughbred, and I'm a bit partial to thoroughbreds in show jumping. So I wish them the very best of luck, and let's see if they can join Klaver in phase 2 and be competitive in this 2 phase.
Very nice start here. Nice consistent stride. Clear over 1, but unfortunately dropped the pole on fence number 2. And Klaver now remains the only one so far to have gone competitive in the second phase. Very good jumping now over 3 and 4 was a great jump. So let's see what we do on 5. Beautifully taken. Little rattle on 6 was taken off quite early. So just needs to keep the striding together on this one. Turning now for number 7.
Yeah, I think he's got it together after that unfortunate drop at 2, because the rest of this round looks to be in a good rhythm now.
Yes, it does. And obviously fence number 8, no problem for the combination, so that's good to see. Already clear on 10 and heading for fence number 11.
I think he's lost his way ever so slightly.
And unfortunately, that will be
Yes.
an elimination there for jumping an incorrect fence. But yeah, missed his rolled over after 11 and unfortunately didn't take our red fence number 12 down at the bottom of the arena. So an unfortunate elimination there for Chris and rope dancer. But next in the arena, we welcome our winner for this class yesterday, Mohammed Amaan Ali, riding a flying champ, head number 16, representing Rancho de Caballo. Let's see what this combination can do, because they really impressed us yesterday with those tight turns, and we want to see what they've got up their sleeve today. So has immediately gone off and showed him fence number 8, which is the tricky one, already showing the maturity on this rider's shoulders.
Well, he knows that Cert Stable offers the best prize money in this country. He's picked up a big fat check yesterday, and one good check always deserves another.
And that was a very nice, confident approach into fence number 1. And clear on 2.
Very much in control during this first phase, and that shows maturity. Your objectives are very clear. You just have to keep the poles up in phase 1. The course designer has been very generous with the time allowed for phase 1. And then you gotta step on the accelerator only after you go past 9B.
Of course, you can see that in the tempo of this ride. Much slower than yesterday, but it is going for the clear first as the priority. And then let's see what this combination will offer up for us. Clear there on 8, no problem at all. And heading now into the final bit of the first phase. Combination 9A and B in front of the grandstand. And clear. Next ride into second phase. Clear now on 11, and we can see the tempo has already picked up. 12 clear, heading for our 13. And unfortunately dropped fence 13. But clear on our final fence 14 and a time of 29.23.
So he was actually fairly close to Klaver, fairly close, and currently will be in second spot. Don't know if he'll be able to hold on to that through the rest of this class, but for now, he is in second place.
And next into the arena, we welcome Gautam Sujanaani, riding Airstrike, head number 20 from HPRC. And he's a very consistent rider as well, very calm in his approach to his first fence. Doesn't really get any trouble in the mornings, and always a sweet boy with a big smile on his face when I see him in the mornings.
Airstrike bullies him. Airstrike absolutely bullies him.
A little tap there on fence number 1, but stayed up.
Well, he's definitely gone through the first 2 much better today than he did yesterday. I think he's grown exponentially over the 3 days that he's been here at Surge, and that's always good to see. Airstrike, another thoroughbred, had a big show in the Hyderabad Derby. Ran a blinder in that Hyderabad Derby, if memory serves me correctly.
Yes, and you can see today, even in his riding, you can see after each jump, he is looking for the next fence. And unfortunately there, again, fence number 6, proving tricky. Dropped pole on that fence.
And there's a bit of a connection with Airstrike and one of our sponsors, Kunigal Stud Farm. He was born at the Kunigal Stud Farm. He has a refusal there on 8. So he's going to have to turn around and try that one all over again. Airstrike's sire, Burden of Proof, was a champion sire in racing, but with that second refusal, it's the end of the day and the end of the show for Gautam. He's requesting the judges to be allowed to take 1 jump, and he can do any jump that he has already done in the course. Any jump that he has already done and cleared in the course, he is allowed to do again. It looks like Gautam seems rather keen to get Airstrike over jump number 8. Not going to happen. That's that young man.
Yes, an unfortunate elimination there for that combination. But moving on now, we have already in the arena Sanjit, Kanumilli riding Bangie to Prissey, head number 41, and representing the same stable again, HPRC.
Yeah, this is the first time that HPRC has come to Surge, so we welcome them, and they've had a pretty entertaining sort of showing.
And we are clear on our first 2 jumps, and coming down through onto the long side in front of the judges' box for fences 3 and 4. And again, you can see the concentration as they come down onto 4, and still clear so far, turning now to the left into fence 5. And really holding Bangie together this morning, very upright and going very strongly into his fences, so needing a bit of control, not to let him run away. But
Look, Dan, strategy-wise, if we're almost halfway through the class, he's rider number 9. I beg your pardon, rider number 8 is Sanjit. And if you have only 1 double clear, I think a fair strategy would be like, let's get the double clear, and we're probably going to be on the podium and taking a fair chunk of the prize money.
absolutely, and you can actually see how eager this horse is, and there we go, just not being able to control that coming into the fence. Is a dropped fence on 11 and a retirement there by Sanjit. Big round of applause. Good effort, but he will be a little bit disappointed with that.
I think his objective was achieved. He probably wanted to show this horse around the course and, let Bangie get a feel, and that was pretty much done. Right, next into the arena, another young rider who has impressed us during this Surge Equestrian League. This is Vedik. He is astride T9 for the Kovai stables, and he is head collar number 33.
Now, we always do say this, but Kovai usually gives us some gripping stuff. Edge of our seats speed they usually put on. So let's see if we keep it together now to keep the first phase clear and interesting second phase.
Well within himself for the first two jumps. I like that as a strategy every time I see Kovai riders trying to back off a bit. Because we all know that they can go, they can fly like the wind. They can go really, really fast when they press the button. So, objective, get through phase 1. Only then can you qualify for phase 2. So that looks like a strategy that's been discussed and is currently being implemented on the course.
Yes, and T9 looks very comfortable out there already. Really just keeping a nice, consistent pace over these fences. Looking at each one as she comes into it. Little hesitation there, but clear on 8, which has been a tricky fence this morning, but not a bother for T9.
Right, phase 2 starts for him. The timer is on. Immediately you can see a slight change in gears. He started to move. He's asking his horse to go forward a bit more.
Yes, taking an earlier jump off, moving into these fences now.
Nice 9 to 12.
Yeah, open up that line nicely and now heading for 13.
Bit of a stutter there, but all's well that ends well. He got over it.
And our final fence is clear for this combination in a time of 31:34.
That is our second clear round for the day, and that result currently puts Vedik in second spot.
Yes, he'll be very, very pleased with that ride. And I think yesterday he didn't make it into the podium finish, so this is definitely a very pleasing round for him. Next up, Hasham Mohammed riding Tyson, head collar number 62, representing Rancho de Caballo. A little speedy there. Into the start, but clear on fence number 1, and most certainly not holding back as he approached and cleared fence 2. A little deep into the fences on 3 and 4. We just need to get our stride together here, but still clear so far in our first phase. Little tap there on fence number 5, but it has stayed up, and fence number 6 is clear. Turning now to the right to go down our related distance 7-8. And no bother at all on fence 8. Definitely a Foster first phase here, the Fosters we've seen so far this morning. But heading into our final 2 combinations, and unfortunately knocked down the first pole on fence 9A. So the rest of this round will be unjudged, but let's see what they do with our final few fences.
Purely academic is what... Oh dear, he had a refusal there at 11.
A rattle there on 13, but you can see how he's slowed it down just a little, just to encourage the pony to finish on a good jump, which he has done over fence number 14. So well done to Hasham Mohammed and Tyson. And it's really good to see the riders doing that, just not just bat out of hell, just really, you know what, it's not going to work out today. Let's just use this to really encourage the horses to finish on a good note. Next, in another podium finish yesterday in this class, Kiran Akhade riding Cyber Boom, head collar number 28 from our URB.
Now, Cyber Boom impressed us on the clear round day. He impressed us yesterday. I think it's all about whether Kiran's gonna go for this today, because if there's anyone who can challenge Klaver, it would be this horse and this rider combination. He cuts inside there too. He saved a bit of time there, not that it matters in phase 1, but he's just following his natural instinct and taking the shortest route from one jump to the other.
And again, just really confident striding towards each of his fences. Doesn't seem to faze him at all, and that's why he impressed us so much in day 1 and 2. Clear now over 5 and 6 and taking his right turn to fence number 7. Fence 8, no problem at all for this combination either. Heading into the last 2 jumps of our phase 1 in front of the grandstand.
He has looked in absolute control at this point. Now, he has certainly picked up the pace. He's given the horse his head ever so slightly. Alright, it looks like Cyberboom is going for the win.
Big jump there.
It's going to be tight. Split timings very close at this point. It all depends on this turn and this final jump. Where does he end up?
29.73, so still just outside our leader this morning, Klaver and Aayan.
But currently in second place is Kiran Akhade, so he must be very pleased with that. Cyberboom certainly looks pleased with the round he's had.
Yes, they've continued to really give a big smile to the crowds and to us. Really great combination and really well ridden as well. Next in the arena, we have Srihan Reddy on Bambino, head collar number 12, again from Rancho de Caballo.
Oh dear.
Worst fence to drop a pole. It is the most disheartening sound to any rider. Dropped on fence 1. But this is where it all comes into play, getting the mind over it and continuing on your round and really encouraging the horse to not be disappointed and show him that we pick ourselves up and we move on swiftly.
Well, Srihan Reddy has certainly backed off. There is no doubt about that. Before every jump, you can just about hear him saying whoa to his horse. He's using this as the most picturesque and beautiful training session he's gonna have all weekend. Bambino's moving forward. Nice action and nice speed for a thoroughbred there.
Oh, little tight turn. Seems to have just lost a bit of the angle there. And fence number 10 came up a bit quick, but managed to overcome and clear that fence along with fence number 11. Now our turn into 12.
Oh dear. He has a refusal at 12. He's going to have to turn round and point Bambino at that all over again. He was going very well till that point. He'd recovered well from the disappointment of the first jump, and with 2 refusals, that's that for Srihan Reddy.
So Srihan has asked to jump 1 fence that he has already jumped. And this is just a reason behind that is to encourage the horse to not exit the arena on a bad jump. And so he has done that on fence number 7. And we wish this combination the best of luck in their next competition. Next in is rider 13 in this morning's class, Muhammad Ali on City of Ayansh.
Yes, head collar number 49, and Muhammad Ali, one of the elite young riders in this country.
And this rider yesterday had a podium finish as well. Came in 6th place, so it's definitely a contender in this class. Obviously, we have gone up 5 centimeters from yesterday. But let's see how this combination gets on. And a very big jump there over 1 and took the inside line to fence 2.
They're going at a pretty quick clip for the first phase. The objective is to keep the poles up, and unfortunately, he will not be competitive when he goes into phase 2.
Yeah, you could see he just came in a little deep onto fence 4 and could not get his front legs up in time and knocked that first line pole. So yeah, it's always about trying to gauge the stride between these fences and just make the horse sit up after the landing, and little too much on that going to fence 8. Again, could be the problem with the ground just in front that gives the horses something to think about.
Now I'm looking at the angle of the sun. I doubt the reflection is bothering the horses anymore. I think City of Ayansh just rushed that fence slightly. Much better on the second attempt. It's good to see Muhammad Ali's also backed off a bit. He knows that he's not competitive now. This is training.
And you can see he is really having to sit back and hold. The horse does tend to rush into the fence, and it really is about holding him back.
Yeah, those last 2-3 strides before the fence, he looks like a racehorse jumping out of the gates. A lot of momentum moving forward.
Absolutely, and you can see they're just those few strides before, knocking fence number 12, rattling fence number 13. And it's definitely something this combination will work on as they move through in the season. Clear on 14, but unfortunately not competitive in this round. So we are expecting our next ride, and here she comes, Samaira Neille, head collar number 61, and we saw her ride yesterday, and not a bad ride actually. She did really well.
Yeah, for her first competition, it was certainly encouraging. And Neille is the sort of horse that, she's a cross-country specialist, so a course at this height should really not bother her.
A very nice steady approach there into the beginning of her round at fence 1 and 2 going clear. A little push up here onto fence number 3. But certainly taking it in a very calm, steady pace, and that's what we like to see. We need a clear round here in our first phase.
Now, Neille might not be as fast and as talented as Klaver, but she's just as generous. She's the sort of horse that young riders will benefit tremendously partnering with, because she's a teacher. She teaches you how to get through a course, and she'll more often than not correct a slight sort of misstep when it comes to your takeoff spots, and she's an absolute darling. Very, very gentle temperamented horse. And she's just got through phase 1. Her phase 2 has just begun. Let's go, Neille. She turns inside, which will save her some time. This is gonna be good if she gets through this. Let's go. She's very good on split timings at this point. I can't believe I'm saying this. Neille is currently ever so slightly faster than Klaver.
And let's see what we're going to do now after fence 13. This is the turn that needs to count. We need the
Let's
clear
go,
on our final
Samaira.
fence. And she has done it. Clear in 29.74.
Oh.
Just outside.
Fractions away from Klaver's timing. Fractions away, but well done. She should be mighty pleased with that round. And Neille has done an amazing job. She's just getting spooked out there with the ground staff running towards her with the rake. But well done, Neille, and well done, Samaira. Absolutely legendary stuff.
And I think provisional results are putting her now in 3rd place. Next in the arena, we have Saravanan riding Isma Boy. Now, Isma Boy did a great job yesterday, and this combination placed 2nd. So let's see what they have to do today. Head collar number 30, representing Kovai Stables. A really nice approach there into this beginning of his round. Clear on 1 and 2. Taking our left turn now towards our fence 3 in front of the judges' box. Clear on 4 and taking a wide line onto fence number 4 to get the real angle here going into 5. So really well positioned and setting him up. So you can see the tactic here is to go clear. Little rattle on 5. But clear on 6.
Now, if Saravanan gets through this combination, you're going to see him change gears very dramatically. He's going to pick up the speed, and Isma Boy is going to have to... Oh dear. He has a refusal on 10 just as soon as his phase 2 was starting. And yeah, the clock is ticking. So Saravanan is probably not going to be competitive in phase 2.
He will be very disappointed with that. He is a competitive rider. He likes to finish in the top rankings. So that refusal at the beginning of his 2nd phase will really play on his mind. But we need to finish this course. And so far looking very comfortable over fence number 13. Final approach now to 14. Deciding to take a very wide line.
I don't think that wide line was intentional. I think Isma Boy just sort of swung round 2, but well corrected there by Saravanan, and a pleasing round nonetheless. Nice education for Isma Boy.
And now going into our final 3 riders. Welcoming into the arena rider number 16. This is Raya Saravanan riding Pilgrim. Head collar number 65 and representing CEC all the way from Chennai.
She's going to be very happy with her weekend in Bangalore. She's looked in control. She's sort of announced herself to the equestrian stage. Here I am, and I can ride. She can ride. So here's hoping that Rhea and Pilgrim manage to have a nice final round here in the Novice Tour on this Super Sunday at South Stable.
And this is a horse that really covers a bit of ground. And I think we see some sort of smaller horses in the earlier stages, but certainly this one is a little bit bigger, and so it looks a bit slower, but actually the ground coverage is quite large. So these fences come up much quicker for Rhea, but she generally handles it really well. And so far in phase 1, we are clear.
And he literally hops over the fences. They're barely at his knees. He just takes one look at them and goes, "Turuk Kanam," and he's over it, and it's done.
Easily there through the 7-8 line, and now approaching our final 2 jumps in our first phase.
Phase 2 commences for Rhea. The clock has started. She's taking the wide turn coming into 11, but that's expected with a horse of this size.
Absolutely, and you can see that she has picked up a bit of speed here. And here we come into the final fence. And it is clear there for Rhea at a time of 30.58. So well done there to Rhea and Pilgrim. She'll be very, very pleased with herself and deserving of a very good pat there just before they exit the arena. Entering now in our main arena, second to last rider to go in this class, we have Dhruva Potineni riding Maverick. This is his second ride in this class. And let's see how this combination gets on. Head colour number 54, representing ARC. And you can see Maverick is a little bit Foster. Having a little bit of a conversation there with Dhruva, who reassures him a bit, settle him down before picking up his canter again and heading now for fence number 3. You can see he's really just settled back down again, which is really nice to see. What's going to be against him now is just the time. We have to stay within our time allowed of 69 seconds. Again, a little hesitation there between 5 and 6. So Maverick is asking a couple of questions of the rider this morning. But Dhruva is answering him well and not being phased. Let's see how they finish now on the combination in front of the grandstand.
Big jumps there over the combination and a lot of momentum coming into phase 2, which will actually help this horse because he looks like a big rangy sort of fella. It's all going to matter now. From 12 to 13. Oh, he's lost his way, and that will unfortunately count as a refusal.
Little tap of the pole there on fence number 13, but stayed on the turn towards our final fence at 14. And clear on 14.
Nice round there by Dhruva. Very unfortunate that just coming out of 12, he lost his way ever so slightly. And yes, that refusal will cost him. We're almost done with our novice tour and we got through that pretty quickly. We have just one final rider who is currently entering the arena, and that is Dhanvi Cheruvu riding Blackbird for FSS.
And this is Dhanvi's second ride this morning. He had a couple of issues in the first phase in the previous round. So let's see how Blackbird gets on this morning.
Yeah, he's another young, confident rider that I'm quite impressed with. I think he's got the right sort of stuff to be competitive in show jumping and very good attitude to add.
And you can see him there just fence number 2, taking the wider line going into the jump just so he could make sure he got the turn for fence 3. So nice preparation for his fences. Concentration on his face, a little deep into fence number 4, but has kept it clear.
Yeah, Blackbird looks like the sort of horse that contemplates life just before a jump. He looks at a jump, thinks about whether he should take it or not. But they've picked up the pace, have Dhanvi and Blackbird. So if he's planning to build up momentum into the round, that's the right sort of attitude, the right sort of approach.
Absolutely. And again, they're into 7, a little bit deep, and now just encouraging the horse. So yeah, she does tend to stand off, and it's just about the rider having to really be confident and show her that this is what we're doing, and she does do it. As long as there's no hesitation. So clear in our first phase, moving into second phase, and this is where we've got to pick up the speed now if we want to remain competitive. Taking the inside line on 6 for our fence number 11, which is clear.
Good split timings till now. Good split timings.
Look up and move.
Lots of encouragement here from the sideline. Clear on 13. This is the turn that's going to count, and the fence ahead is clear in a time 32.69.
So to end our novice class, we have our fourth. Is it our fourth or our fifth clear round? It's our sixth clear round. So the 6 were the clear rounds. All 6 of you are on the podium. We're going to just give judges a couple of minutes to confirm the results. You can check that out on the Nominate app. And I hope all the viewers on clipmyhorse.tv are certainly enjoying this bit of novice show jumping here in Bengaluru on this lovely morning here at Surd Stable.
It was a fantastic first competition of the morning, and really some great riding from all of our riders. Questions asked, questions answered. They definitely came up some really great rounds, and well done to all of our riders. So yes, do sit back, enjoy the highlights of this first round. Our course directors are already out on course, setting up for our next course. Stay with us for our announcement of our winners.
According to the Nominate app, in 6th position we have Dhanvi Cheruvu on Blackbird. In 5th we have Vedik with T9. In 4th we have Riya Saravanan with Pilgrim. 3rd is the home team and one of my favorite horses, Neille, where Samaira took down her first podium today. In 2nd, and he did it in 4th gear, he didn't really push into 5th, was Kiran Akhade with Cybeer. And winning the Novice Tour, that legend of the game, one of the best horses on the circuit, was Klaver, and she had Aayan to guide her fortunes. These are the results on Nominate. We will, of course, give our judges just a couple of minutes to give us the official results, which will be displayed on the screen really soon.
And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. In 6th place, Dhanvi Cheruvu riding Blackbird. 5th place went to T9 and Vedik. 4th place, Riya Saravanan on Pilgrim, and Neille and Samaira taking in our 3rd position. 2nd place this morning went to Kiran Akhade riding Cybeer, and Klaver taking away 1st place with Aayan. So congratulations to all of our riders and competitors, and of course our winners. Stay tuned for our next class, which will be starting at 8:30. We'd just like to remind all of our riders that by 8 o'clock the course should be open for official course walk for our under 16 small tour. And again, we will continue in the same spirit of allowing the riders to jump 2nd phase even if they have made a mistake in their 1st phase. This will be the last class this morning that will have a special exception, but it's an opportunity for our younger riders to be able to finish a complete course and see what they can deliver to us and the spectators in their 2nd day here at Surge Equestrian League.